Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Ryan Miller checking in for GST's Your Question, My Answer, episode 71. Today's topic comes to us from a upcoming client. Her name is Denise H, and right now she was just running down her current nutrition approach with me, and she was expressing a problem that she had with that current approach. Now, she's following a percentage-based macro setup, so she's following a 40 protein, 40 carbs, and 20% fat general setup. Now, the problem with her current setup is that she finds herself easily going over her fat allowance for the day, and she wanted to know what she can do to um, fall within that 20% fat gram range. And for her, right now, currently with her current setup, it's just 36 grams of fat per day, comes out to her 20% of her total calorie intake. And the answer to this one, Denise, is real simple. The point is that 20% is actually too low. So your current approach is foundationally wrong or flawed. And I want to tell you that what I want you to do for the next few weeks, which is the time it's going to take before we actually start working together, what I want you to do is I want you to bump that fat percentage up. I want you to bump it up to that 25 to 30% range. In the meantime, you can drop your protein down to 35% and your carbs down to 35%. So to make it simple, actually, Denise, just do a 35, 35, 30 split. That's protein, carbs, and fat. So the problem is not that you were poor at meeting your fat needs. The problem is that your current approach was foundationally wrong, and 20% was actually too low. I find it very rare that anybody needs to go as low as 20% of their total calories coming from fat. So that is the answer to your question, Denise. It's not that you were doing anything wrong with your food choices, it's that your initial setup was wrong. Bump that fat intake up, and you're going to feel better. You're going to find yourself less stressed about just having to meet that real low fat intake of only 36 grams. And over these next 3 weeks, you're going to get comfortable with that. It's going to help you transition into the approach that I set up for you, which is definitely not going to be at 20% fat intake. Okay, Denise, so that's my answer to your question about your problem meeting that 20% fat intake. There's a lot of other people out there that probably have the same issue, and generally fat can get that bad rap where people think that fat has to be low in order to lose fat. And that's actually not true. So this video was made to answer your question, Denise, and to also just let anybody else know that's watching, that's under that impression that fat loss requires low fat, to stop thinking that way, because that's not the truth. A good starting point, a simple starting point to set up your fat intake is just fall in that rough 25 to 30% of your total daily calories coming from fat calories. All right, it's Friday. It's 2 days before Valentine's Day, and Jess and I are actually celebrating Valentine's Day early. That's one of the reasons why I've been busy over these past few days. I've just been getting our date set up, and we have an overnight date tonight up at a hotel by the Mall of America. So we'll hit the Mall of America, have some real good sushi at a restaurant called Crave. We'll obviously have a few drinks, have some fun, and I will be back Monday. Hopefully you guys have had great Valentine's Days. For all you single people out there, it does not matter. Just go out and have fun with your friends, and don't worry about Valentine's Day. Just screw Valentine's Day if you're single. But if you're with somebody, have the best time you can. I will see you guys Monday. Thanks again for watching. As always, I appreciate those views.